Come on, man. It's a state of stupidity.
It's a state of stupidity.
State of stupidity.
That's just a state of stupidity.
State of stupidity.
I believe it's a state of stupidity.
They want you to believe it's a state of stupidity.
I told him. I said it's a state of stupidity.
Welcome back to the State of Stupidity. It's episode 23, and here we are again. It's November 16th, and the world is still pushing the whole Israel-Palestine BS. We've got Congress turning into WWE full on now, where they're spouting off and wanting to try and puff their chests in and out of the camera's view. You saw that we've got police harassing journalists left and right. We've got
not just the police. This is the FBI.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so definitely a lot to talk about. But here at the outset, I want to say that, like, if you notice, we're still in our growing phase. And I mean, if ever we get into these tangents where we sound like we're fucktards and all that, that's because, I mean, this is for entertainment purposes only.
And we are kind of fucktards.
Oh, hell yeah. We admit it. That's the thing. We're not trying to fucking walk around and act like we're nothing that we aren't. I mean, we are what we are, and that's all that we are. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, I've seen a bit of I love my TikToks, and I got one that started talking about these podcasters who are more patriots in the term patriots instead of being actual patriots, where they're trying to scam their fan base. They get this huge fan base, and they do it by being all-American and by trying to push we're going to do something about this type agenda. And then the second they get a good following and they're able to do something, they're at a level where they have the attention and they have the capability to change a nation, basically. And what do? They just try to get their pockets.
I mean, we're not asking for anything.
No. Absolutely not. I mean, we have a merch store. We do offer our links and whatnot as far as that goes. But I mean, we're just here. This is Jay and I. We sit down for about an hour a week and bullshit in current events and just general thoughts that we have. And then the lovely Miss Tori does a lot more behind the scenes than that hour. But her effort in this podcast is then much appreciated in what she puts to the table. But then Jay and I go back to business as usual, getting shit done. I mean, we accumulate enough information and research throughout the week in our spare time as basically what you could consider a hobby, but it's just keeping an eye on the narrative at large. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd rather be paying attention to that than who the fuck's winning what sports games, the thing of the month then, you know what I mean? Like, people who can sit there and rattle off who's what in what lineup of what sports team, but then their eyes start to glaze over the second you start talking about all the corruption and bullshit going on in the world. It's like, well, there's the NPC programming at work.
But they don't have time for anything either.
No, they ain't got time. But they know every Sunday they're there from the time that fucking first kickoff is, even the pre-games and all that shit. And they'll spend hours upon what is it? Like an average football game goes, 3-4 fucking hours? Like,
yeah, it's about 2 hours.
Yeah, well, but you're sitting there just mindlessly watching a ball go back and forth and talking about the stupid shit associated with that. But to have an actual intelligent conversation, forget it. I mean, no wonder the politicians and the people in these alphabet agencies continue to do what they do and get away with it. I mean, they have everybody basically fully in line and walking their line. I mean, it's funny. I don't know. It's a bit ridiculous if you ask me.
Listen, they're all getting paid off it. That's why.
Well, that's just it. And I mean, we would have, if you took all the sports teams, all those military-aged men, that they're physically fit and capable for duty. I mean, we have enough people.
Why would they want to go anywhere?
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't want
if you're getting those millions.
Well, not only that, but who the fuck wants to go to war for these old fucktards?
Well, that's just
to make them rich.
We're not
overseas. We're not going to war to protect America.
No.
We're going to war to protect these dickheads' bank accounts. I mean, that's what we're going to war. We're not only are we protecting them, we're beefing them up. I mean, so why would you want to go to fuck the war and risk getting killed? Or, I mean, the fucking guys that got killed are probably better off the ones that are fucking critically injured
Disabled.
yeah,
Look at the vets.
disabled. I mean,
Yeah.
those fucking guys, and not even physically disabled. I mean, some of the shit these guys seen. I mean, they're just mentally scarred for life.
Well,
and we want to go to war for these fucking assholes.
right.
I mean, I don't see why.
A lot of the mental illness that comes out of the army and stuff, and the military in general, is from boot camp. It's from the actual, like, most of the trauma and shit that these guys are enduring are in basic training. It's not even then when they go over and see the fucked up shit that they've been, like, basically conditioned into.
I don't really think it's the basic training because I don't think, honestly, these guys,
Not all of it.
you're not prepared for the shit these guys see. They don't prepare them
No.
enough for the shit they see when they go to war.
No.
I mean, these fucking kids are right out of school and they're fucking over in Afghanistan in some shithole part of the world, and they're 19 years old.
Well, but the only
They're not-
reason
they're-
some of these places are shitholes is because we went and got involved in them. We turned them into
no,
shitholes.
They're already shitholes. We just should have stayed out of them.
Well, I mean, but if you look at Afghanistan in like the 70s and shit, before we went over there, it was a whole different place. Like it was the people were the women didn't have the hijabs and everything on. They were walking around like normal people. Like there is pictures and stuff, not normal because they are normal still. I mean, what we in the West would have considered normal attire in the 70s, they were also wearing it over there in Iraq, Afghanistan, in the Middle East. The Middle East was a peaceful place until we got involved over there. After we decided World War II, we were going to become the new Nazis after that. I mean, it was, let's go and find a new person to piss off. Well, the Jews decided it was going to be the Muslims because of whatever the fuck narrative we've been conditioned into, and now that's where we've been since World War II, is that Muslims bad, Jews are untouchable. And it's fucked up. And it's where then now we're throwing around anti-Semitism just because you want to call George Soros a fucking scumbag who funds illegitimate shit.
All he does is fund shit, and he makes fucking tons of money off war.
Exactly.
That fucking dickhead turned his own family in to get money from the Nazis.
Tori, do not turn any of this into a clip because that will definitely get us fucking flagged on something.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to talk ill
You
about
can't tell
them
the truth.
Yeah. And that's
But I mean, he turned his own people in.
yeah.
And that guy started more wars to profit off of them.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
We live in a very much the military industrial complex. Like that is the society. That's the way things have been for at least the last 100 years. I mean, you can just look.
What the hell is better to profit off other than war, other than oil is war.
Right.
I mean, where else do you make that kind of money?
Right. And they figured out how to perpetually, when not only did they find the whole petroleum, the petroleum shit back at that same time, where plastics and oils and war, it all kind of came together,
I mean,
all in the same fucking
Look at this shit with
breath.
Afghanistan. I mean, the whole reason we pulled out of there is because Biden owed his buddy China a favor. Those fuckers moved right in there because there's huge lithium deposits there.
Well, I mean, is that what's
Huge
going on
lithium.
in California then? Or is there some sort of lithium and shit over there that we're making sure that Newsom goes over and says, hey, look, Biden's going to come over here to the east, to the West Coast. He's going to come and see you on basically your grounds.
Did you see that shit when he went there?
No.
When China came in? It looked like fucking China. They had no Chinese.
yeah.
There was a single American flag up.
Dude, no
It's all
American flags
nothing.
allowed.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
They got rid of all the homeless in record time.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
cleaned up downtown without like so much as a question of, hey, is this going to cost anything? They just fucking did it.
Exactly.
They even went the route of fucking putting up fences.
You see where they burned out that homeless that I guess it was like an immigrant.
The bridge fire.
Yeah, did you see the bridge fire?
That's what they said. They
it was
called it a bridge fire.
They said
I
it was-
knew it was a
yeah.
fucking encampment.
Well, what it was so a guy leased the property under the bridge,
Okay.
And then he fucking subleased it to all these illegal immigrants, and they set up their own stores and shit. Like they had a pallet
So
store
it's a
there.
shantytown.
Oh yeah, they had like a pallet business there. They had all sorts of clothing business, and then they said it was arson. Well, no shit, we didn't want you there no more.
Yeah.
So they fucking started you on fire. They didn't clean you out for the Chinese to come in, so we don't look like they look.
Right.
But what's crazy is that they said that wrecked that bridge that bad that it's going to be out of service for months.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, you burned all the supports.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's just it. Like, so right there, and nobody's going to bat an eye. Nothing will be done.
There's not even any news about it.
No. Well, again, they just called it a bridge fire.
Yeah.
They didn't mention anything
They didn't
about a
mention that,
shanty
yeah.
town or
They didn't mention there were
nothing
there were
about
10
people.
illegal immigrant businesses underneath it.
No.
And the guy that leased the property hasn't even paid the lease, but he's collecting the money that he subleased it.
Yeah.
So that guy's got the best thing going.
Oh, wow. That's and the insurance money is just gonna. Oh wow, he's gonna make out like a bandit.
Well, I don't think he can get insurance because he didn't lease a building. Like they built all this shit underneath there. He was just leasing the ground.
I'm sure he had some sort
That's
of
possible.
Dude, it's California. It's
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
So you know some bullshit's going on. I mean, it's ridiculous. But I mean, what's interesting, I cannot find footage of Biden and Xi actually did they have a televised meeting?
I didn't see anything.
Right. I mean, all I'm seeing is still the protests in Israel and the fucking rompus room that Congress is becoming.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a shit show. Nobody's like, I don't even know why they brought that fucking clown in from the unions.
yeah,
Who gives a shit?
Right.
Nothing's gonna change. We have these stupid meetings for what reason?
it's pomp and circumstance.
Exactly. It's
theater.
all a waste of fucking time. Why don't we get some shit done? Like, how about we balance the budget for once?
Yeah,
Instead, we have all these dumb meetings and all these hearings, and they have these big hearings, and nobody ever gets charged with shit. So what's
Right.
the point of having them?
exactly.
It's a waste of time.
Well, and that's where it's what I keep saying. Like, if we want real change, the American people have to kind of band together. And I mean, back to that TikTok about the Patriots, the guy that was making that one, he said he himself has built at least 3 encampments where he can house 60,000 people. And he's building another 3 to 4 more that will house at least the same amount. So, I mean, there are actual Americans out there trying to create a whole separate society from what we're currently interacting with. So, I mean, it's one of those things where change is happening right around us. And it's just if you're paying attention to it or not. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where if you go on to your social media of choice, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, whatever, I mean, more are controlled than others. Some of them, I mean, are more geared towards family and friends, and some are more towards parasocial. But it is definitely where if you're focused on what you're seeing and what's being fed to you from people who are just entwined in the matrix of things, you're not going to see anything beyond that. And so then when somebody like us comes to you and brings some fucky shit, it's like, well, no, they wouldn't do that. They're the good guys. They're the government. They got our best interests at heart.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're only thinking
course,
for our better
yeah,
interest.
Sure they are. So you were talking about that journalist earlier.
Yeah.
So she, her name's Sarah Fields,
Okay.
and she did a report on a Hamas training facility on the Mexico-Texas border.
On the border.
Yeah, so
Hamas.
Hamas, yeah. So she did this. She put this article out. Well, lo and behold, she gets a fucking FBI knocking on her door, wants to talk to her about this article and where she got her information from.
Sources are
Or
confidential.
exactly. Well, she wasn't home, so they decided to call her, even though she didn't have her phone number. But they magically got her cell phone number. You wonder how that was.
Right.
So what are they fucking harassing this lady for?
Yeah.
Why don't you go knock on the fucking door of the Hamas training facility?
Yeah.
Obviously, if they're fucking...
Go investigate it.
Exactly. Obviously, if they're knocking on her fucking door, it must actually be true.
And not only that, if they are coming after her about a story that details where this place is, to me, that says they're involved.
Absolutely.
To me, that
They're
says they're trying to keep their hideout a secret.
Well, they don't want
the shit that they're
they don't want
working
them to
with.
know that the CIA's fucking
Yeah.
training these fuckers at the Hamas camp, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's outside. Well, see that it's outside U.S. borders, so
Yeah,
it can't be the FBI. It has to be the CIA.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
the
or
CIA
some-
trains them outside,
Yeah.
and then they hand them over to the FBI
Exactly, on the inside. Yeah, or some dark water shit. Who knows what
Yeah.
it is? Either way, they're upset because she outed their bullshit.
Exactly.
Why else would they? If this was fake news,
Right.
They wouldn't be knocking on her fucking door.
No, they would just laugh it. They would
Exactly.
laugh it off. They would make jokes and make memes about it, and it would
Exactly,
be
it'd
another
done.
day.
But obviously, it must be true.
Right? It when you see that kind of effort where we're using Department of Justice funds to have an investigation where we're sending an alphabet agency after her for some FBI, it's fucking bullshit. Like,
The best part is, so since they called her on the phone, after they were talking to her for a while, they said, we don't feel safe talking on the phone. We want to talk to you in person. What the fuck are you afraid of? You afraid you're going to get recorded?
Yeah.
And your fucking bullshit's going to come out?
Right?
Why do you need to meet her face to face? You know why you need to meet her face to face? Because they want to fucking threaten her.
They
don't
want
wanna
to intimidate.
Yeah, they want to intimidate her and threaten her. They don't want to do that over the phone because then she'll have fucking footage of it.
Yeah. They need
Fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
I tell her, yeah, you can meet me at my house and we'll have fucking 50 cameras around watching your every move.
Right?
Oh, and we have armed security here, and you can't bring your weapons inside the house. You got to leave them in your fucking car.
Yeah.
See how they like that?
Well, and the
I bet
thing
they
is,
won't like that bullshit.
these guys are idiots because if they had the ability to put two thoughts together, they would realize that these fuckers who are scamming more at the top, they have more that they could get from them.
Exactly.
Like, I get that they write they're the ones signing the checks or what the fuck ever, but I mean, end of the day, like, if you want, you can make a lot of their shit just disappear. I mean, a lot of these fucking billionaires and shit, their money isn't tied up in accounts.
No, they don't
Their
have
money's
any-
in assets.
Exactly. They don't have any of that money.
They have shit you can steal.
Yeah.
They have shit you can take. Like, these fucking greedy motherfuckers, they have things that they don't want to lose. They have a lot more that they don't want to lose than what we have that we wouldn't want to lose. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where I definitely think we need.
They have tons of shit they can lose.
Yeah.
Like all the fucking land that they stole, that they're stealing from the people of Maui. Like all the fucking land, all the coastal land that they're threatening everybody that climate change is going to wreck all their shit. All that stuff that they steal from people. You could take all that back from them.
The simple fact that we live on a plane of existence where you're supposed to pay to live is just ass backwards
But we're
in
free.
and of itself.
Aren't we free?
Yeah. Unless you want to live,
Yeah.
then you're not free.
Unless you want to own something, then you're not free.
Yeah. Well, you're not allowed to own it.
Then you get to pay taxes so you can have assholes block bridges that tax money built
Yeah.
because they're upset because some of their scumbag friends that are friends with terrorists got killed.
And they even went and they did it on the wrong day. They're doing it the day after Biden was out there.
Well, the other thing is,
So I don't understand what
so
what are you doing?
You want me to listen to your bullshit
yeah.
while you block me from going the fuck to work so I can pay taxes to pay for your fucking shit that you're getting for free from the government.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking listening to you. I think you're a fucking retard. I want to listen to you even less, and I hope more of your fucking people die because now you pissed me off.
Yeah.
If you want to protest, go to the fucking White House.
Right.
Block that fucking shithole.
Well, they
if
are
you
there
wanna
too.
Protest.
They're there too.
Not enough of them apparently.
well,
Go up there if you want to I don't care about your bullshit.
yeah.
You're blocking people that have to use that bridge to get to the hospital, but you want to whine because your people are getting wrecked. But you want to waste. You want to come in and affect my life.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. But they picked a great place to do it because they seen they got like 50 or 70 other people arrested.
Okay.
They ain't gonna fucking prosecute a single fucking person. I don't
No.
even know why the cops wasted their time. They should have just said, you know what? I'm gonna work like the DA works.
Right.
I'm not gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah.
And just went back to fucking just drive around the streets and protect the people that matter. Let them fuckers take the bridge.
Well, I mean, it is all theatrics because from the footage I saw, like, they had multiple units ready to roll and ready to go there. You know what I mean?
Well, those people are fucking stupid too. They threw their keys over the fuck into the water.
yeah.
You could have put the keys like in the fucking seat cushion or anywhere in the fucking car because the cops weren't there yet, so they don't know where the keys were.
Right.
But you literally threw them in the water. How fucking dumb are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there must be.
Well, they
some
were probably
kind of,
rental cars.
they're
They
mu-
probably weren't
No, they
theirs.
weren't. They were piece of shit cars.
Oh,
they weren't
okay.
rental cars.
Oh, okay.
So so there must be some Democratic fucking rekey your car program. They get it done for free, probably, so they don't give a fuck.
Right.
I mean, it's
yeah.
so fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking bullshit, and it's one of those things where the optics behind all of it anymore is okay. This is what we can get you guys excited about, but yet full on theft of your money doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Corruption of your children
They're trying to get
doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're trying to get Biden to do a ceasefire. He can't fucking do shit.
Right.
He's a weak piece of shit.
Dude,
They're not going to listen to him.
Listen, we're in the United States. We're over here. I'm tired of this.
And I hate
we've
to-
got to figure
I hate to tell
everybody's
these-
problems out.
I hate to tell these people, but most of the Democratic congressmen and senators,
Yeah.
a lot of them are fucking Jewish.
Oh yeah.
You think they're not going to back? You think
Right.
Chuck Schumer's not going to fucking back the Jews? You're fucking
already
dreaming.
They're already dual citizens.
You're fighting the wrong battle, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
They're not going to do shit for you.
No, you're just pissing in the wind at that
Exactly.
point.
You're wasting your time.
And then
All you're doing is pissing off the people that might want to help you out down the road. But guess
Right.
what? We don't want to help you no more because now you pissed us off.
because you went about it the wrong way.
Exactly. You want to piss people? Go in front of fucking Chuck Schumer's house and fucking block that place up.
Oh, well, I mean, Biden, they were, I saw footage of everybody's outside of Biden's house for this Palestine
Which
bullshit,
one?
too. Huh?
Which
the one in
one?
Delaware.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
not even there, so
No,
he gives a fuck. If he
right.
was there, guess what? They wouldn't be within a mile of that fucking place.
Exactly. Because
big
they'd have
deal.
the Secret Service
Yeah,
everywhere.
go to the fucking-
So what are you doing? You're there and nobody's there. so
Listen,
you're
you-
just yelling at an empty house. Like, I mean,
Here, let me tell you how to protest properly since you're dumb. If you want to make change, shut fucking Washington down.
right.
Shut
Hey,
that fucker down. Don't let anybody in or out. Then you'll make some. You'll get some change. But guess what? Going over to fucking shithole San Francisco.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about San Francisco.
no.
The only people that care about San Francisco are the fucking scumbags.
Yeah.
The ones that live there. I don't care about San Francisco. As far as I'm concerned, that whole fucking state could be its own country.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit.
Well, and that's we have that point where the states need to kind of stand up for themselves again. I mean, because Washington has become this monster that needs to be reined in. I mean, somebody's got to take care of it. It's not going to take care of itself. I mean, who were the founding fathers? They were people. They were just normal people who got pissed off, had enough, and they started to get enough like-minded people together, and they decided to tell the reigning regime that, fuck you, we're not going to do your bullshit. We're going to make sure we can just do our own shit. We just want to live. We want to live free. We don't want to fucking do all this stupid bullshit. We don't want to be oppressed, abused, led around like we can't take care of ourselves. I mean, it's like I was saying to you, what we really need to start is self-reliance centers where we teach people how to be.
That'll never happen.
Well, listen, yeah,
They
it
don't
could.
want, no, it's not going to happen.
It
they
fucking
don't fucking
could.
want people to be able to take care of themselves. They want
Well,
you to rely on them to take
I'm not.
care of you.
Well, yeah, you don't fucking get them involved. They ain't.
They're gonna
no,
be involved
you fucking
anyways.
do it. No. You make sure you fucking do enough screening. All you got to do is put people through the FBI, CIA screening. You do reverse screening on them. Do they look like an FBI or a CIA spook? Well, hey, sorry, you can't join us right now. We'll come back to you once we've assessed whether or not you guys have learned your fucking lesson or not. But I mean, like, it's one of those things where
They don't learn their lesson. They just refine their
methods.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's what the fuck
They're
they've been
fucking
doing
experts
since.
at it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look back, they created all of those alphabet agencies just to be able to create more laws, just to be able to create more control, just to be able to create more ways to launder money,
Except no, steal money.
steal money.
They're not
Yeah, they're not
laundering,
even
they're
laundering
fucking
it.
stealing.
Yeah,
They're stealing it. They call it a tax. No, it's fucking theft.
yeah, and it's bullshit. Well, I mean, I have found that I'm investigating more ways. I found a form. It's called the W-4T. It's supposed to terminate your employer from from having to take taxes out of your paycheck. It's not that the employer doesn't have to pay the tax, but the employee does not have to have their income taxed. And the IRS has made it basically all but impossible to find this form. But the internet being the internet, they went and got a hold of it. And now they've made it a hell of a lot easier to find. So all you really have to do is search W-4T form. And the 4 and the T, the 4 is the number, the T is a little letter right aside of it, no space between those, and it should come up in a PDF form that should be able to download. And if you fill out that form and follow the instructions, supposedly you're supposed to be able to terminate your income tax. Now,
Well, when are you going to try it?
income tax time. You're supposed to time it with the new, like when you're submitting your taxes. Like that's supposed to be, because your taxes is your confirmation of being a taxable citizen. It's all fucking bullshit legalese. It's all theater. Everything is fucking theater. We were put here by a fucking grand designer, and we were supposed to be the fucking custodians of this plane. And somebody somewhere got a hold of the control, and they have put their claws into it, and it has not ceased since. I mean, all we're seeing is spiritual warfare all around us, as far as I can tell. I mean, we've got one side trying to fucking push Armageddon, like they're using literal scripture, like I've been saying. I mean, the signs continue to come from Ingersoll fucking Lockwood, where SpaceX is supposed to launch a fucking rocket today or tomorrow. Elon Musk has supposedly been given permission from our government to try and break the firmament again, but it's not going to fucking happen. What will happen is something stupid. Don't know what, won't even try and comment on what the fuck would happen, but I mean, something will definitely go wrong with that fucking shit. We got fucking, they're sending out other messages. When I say patriots, I mean, this is the type of shit. The links that I've seen this week, we're trying to sell fucking Jim Brewer tickets. We're trying to hawk fucking movies and TV shows, regardless of if they have a Christian background. Or you're still trying to get people to buy shit, or you're still trying to sell shit. We've got them trying to sell General Flynn's fucking 5G warfare book. I mean, it's one of those things where the information that's coming out, like the shit about the Nazis and World War II and how who the fuck knows if Hitler was really killed and all that. I mean, that's fucking shit that's gone around for a long time.
He's probably in Biden's basement.
Well, I mean, he is dead at this point, but like
His ashes are in Biden's basement.
yeah, right aside of fucking Biden's big old swastika. I mean,
Yeah.
he's clearly a fucking racist with all the fucking bullshit.
Oh,
he's
he's
said
absolutely a
throughout the years.
racist. I mean, you got to be, if you don't think he's a racist.
Right, you haven't listened to the shit he has
Exactly.
said. And there's been the compilations, okay, like all that's been said and weighed in on of the fucking Trump of it all. The compilation videos that I was able to see of Biden throughout the years, I don't know how he was able to make it 40 fucking years. It shows you just
Because he's a
how
fucking
bad.
expert at his craft.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, but yet we want to try and say he's an idiot. We want to try and say he's a moron.
He is an idiot, but you could be stupid but still be brilliant.
You and I are fucktards.
Yeah, exactly. That W-4 form, I don't think that's helping you.
No? No. You looked at it?
Well, it says you're still responsible all it says is that the employer doesn't have to collect the taxes, but you're still responsible for them.
Right.
Well, what the fuck's the difference?
Well, then, I mean, let the IRS try and come after one person. Like,
They do that all the time.
But you usually have to make about $100 grand-ish.
No, you said on this
Yeah,
form, I
you're on the
guarantee
list.
you're on the fucking list.
You're on the audit
So go
list
ahead.
every fucking
Go ahead
year.
and send them the form and see how that works out for you. They're fucking calling you right away.
Well, I mean, those are the ones that need to be abolished first, is the IRS, and I mean, we need to do something with the Treasury, because currently giving the Treasury's power over to the Federal Reserve just ain't cutting it. I mean, when you take the banking and make it the way we have, clearly corruption is gonna take over. I mean, when you have money that isn't real and you're just printing it on paper, a 20 is a 1 because it's on the same fucking paper. It's the same fucking size, the same fucking ink. Like you were able to trick people enough because you put a different symbol on it and you got them along the way to where now you have fake money sitting in a bank account that does fucking nothing. Like it's beyond anything that anybody can even control anymore. Like clearly their control is loosening because they've got so many. Oh, look at all these Bitcoins and all these fucking digital currencies.
That shit's all fucking Ponzi scheme.
Right? It's all
That's a
fucking,
fucking
fake
scam.
bullshit. It's more of the give me your money and I'll give you this. And you'll think
Exactly.
it has some value. It has exactly whatever value you put on it. And I mean, that's the same with the fucking fiat currency. The only reason a 20 is a 20 is because you say it's a 20 and I say it's a 20. So when I hand it to you, it's a common agreement. I mean, we're coming to where this ISO 20022 is coming into effect on the 19th of November.
Okay.
It's some banking thing that once it takes effect, the way banking happens internationally is going to change. I mean, from what I've heard, the dollar is done as of January 1st, 2024, as the petrodollar is concerned.
Okay.
As far as using the U.S. dollar to be an oil-based currency is over. They're putting their things in place. We've seen the BRICS shit coming up. They've had all their things go on. Now, do you think our government is going to tell us that they fucked up that bad that now the world is changing what currency is the main currency? Or do you think that's something that they're going to try and push off until the last minute?
Well, they're gonna push it off until they get all their fucking any cash they do have fucking converted.
Well, they already are. Somebody gave out, I think it was like 2 billion in Bitcoin or something like that. It was a ridiculous amount that if only one person is dumping that, the Bitcoin retards are like, oh, it's a holiday, it's this, it's that. You don't realize that's somebody with a lot of money transferring that back into something that's going to be more usable.
That's yeah, exactly.
You,
That's
you know what
I'm
I
saying.
mean? Yeah. Like they know what the fuck they're doing. Like they were able to hide their money in Bitcoin.
They hit it wherever. They hit it wherever.
Yeah, it's one of those things where a lot of the criminal elements were using the Bitcoin to be able to.
That's the whole reason it was built originally.
Yeah,
Was so they could do their criminal shit, and that's how they traded the money back and forth.
yeah, and it started on the fucking that dark web shit. Well,
Exactly.
What the fuck It's laughable that we call it the dark web, even though it's just fucking websites. I mean, it's still on the normal fucking internet. It is what it is. But yeah, these guys, they think they're fucking getting away with shit, but literally everything is tracked and monitored. I mean, I told you about Telegram. It's a social media thing where people think their shit's encrypted. They think they're on secret servers and shit like that. But truth behind it, every time you log in, it legitimately tracks your location.
Oh, listen.
There's
they're
no
fucking-
such this
no.
device,
Everything. Yeah, it's all fucking tracked.
and everything that you do on it is tracked. I mean, they built fucking data centers in the Silicon Valley just to dump data into, like literally just
only that,
so they could collect
I mean,
it.
if you got, come on, people, you got to use your head. You go on a fucking website and you look to buy something, and then the next thing you know, you're bombarded with all these fucking ads for that shit. You don't think that they're tracking your shit? You don't think the government's doing the same thing?
Dude, it's
They're the
not-
ones that started it.
It's gotten even more sophisticated
Oh,
to where you
absolutely.
just talk about it. You don't even have to actually type it into it. It's just always listening. And you'll talk about something and then start seeing the fucking ads for it. It's one of those things where, like, I love my whole, like, saying that I'm in flow with the universe or, like, you know, but when you have the algorithmic shit trying to influence it, you're going to see shit like that to where it's going to feel like you're in flow with the universe, but it's really just some marketing advertiser trying to fucking take advantage of you. Well, I mean, listen.
They're like, shit, you know what? I thought I needed this, but now I definitely need it. Because it says it right here, and it's the best time to buy it.
But see, that stuff to me, I've never been an ad clicker. I've never been a link clicker. I've never, it's always boggled my mind how people fall into the trap of it. Because, like, just because I see something says click here doesn't mean I'm going to click it. Just because something sounds like a deal, I'm definitely not going to fucking click it.
Think about it. Infomercials were the ticket back in the day.
And I never understood those.
My fucking uncle bought everything off them fucking things. There'd always be packages showing up at my grandmother's house. He had everything. I never even fucking used any of it. It was all junk.
Yeah.
It's the same thing now. They just converted it to, because now people don't watch as much TV, so now they moved it to your phones and your iPads and whatever the hell device you're on.
Well, TikTok's gotten savvy with that, where you can't tell if it's a TikTok or it's a TikTok ad, because they'll start fucking using something like a little bit of the way through it. I mean, don't get me wrong, you got where it'll tell you it's sponsored at the bottom of it, but then there's other ones where it says commission eligible, where they're fucking still hawking shit, you know. And hey, listen. I don't hate the game, you know, hustle your hustle. If money is what you think you need to feel wealthy in this world, it is what it is. I feel it's the currency of love, you know, but it is what it is. For other people, they think money is the be all end all, and they think all this stupid shit that they can buy and have is going to make them happy, when, I mean, I don't know. I don't see very many happy people with just stuff. You know, the happy people that I see in life have, you know, they have love. They have people around them. They're surrounded by people they care about and who care about them. You know, there's other ways to enjoy your existence other than feeling like it has to be monetarily based. I mean, I get bills have to get paid like that. Yeah, that's one thing that in the current matrix of it all is still the way we have to fucking operate. But I mean, the focus, we have to pay attention, but we don't have to give them our energy. We don't have to be going and fucking protesting, and like that's what they want. Because if we're protesting the stupid shit that they're fucking putting in front of us, then we're not banding together and making a better fucking world for our future. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where we could easily do what needs to be done. I don't need to hear, oh, well, this issue's complex, that issue's complex. No, it's fucking not. What's complex is how people can scam it, how people can fucking corrupt
What's complex is how they can fucking get rich off of it.
Yeah, yes, I'm not going to fucking deny. Trying to figure out how to profit off of things is always complicated. What's not complicated is how to solve issues. Most fucking issues have very simple fucking solutions.
Well, the problem is, though, they'll never get the simple solution because they don't want to solve the issue without getting rich solving the issue.
Right. Well,
even though they're supposed to be working for the people.
Yeah.
They're in there. I mean, these motherfuckers shouldn't be allowed to. How the hell do you go in there making 200 grand
and then come out making
you're
millions?
A millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how the fuck's that happen?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're insider trading shit. You're fucking taking kickbacks, all sorts of shit. I mean, look at Menendez out of Jersey. Now they're saying he's a fucking spy, you know, Turkish fucking spy, or he's doing all this shit with Turkey. And it's like,
well, I mean, if Turkey was the one that he was getting the money off of, well, probably. If he was sending the money to Turkey and then Turkey was giving him a kickback, it's only fucking logical.
And he would have never got caught if he would have greased the right palms.
Right. Well,
and that's all that shit comes down to. I mean, look at Biden. He knows exactly who to grease.
Well, yeah. I mean, he created a whole fucking he created a whole business off of just stealing from the American people.
I mean, speaking of that, so did Hillary Clinton.
Well, yeah. And that dumb bitch.
You know, I was watching the Sean Ryan show.
Okay.
And he had this ex-CIA agent on there, Sarah Adams.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a good show. You know, if you want to see what really happened in Benghazi and what's really going on in the government, it's a 2-part series with her. And man, it fucking opens your eyes up.
Well, he's just had a bunch of great guests in general.
Yeah. I mean, she pretty much... You know, everybody was blaming Hillary Clinton with Benghazi.
Okay.
Me, myself included.
Right.
But she really didn't have shit to do with it. And, you know, they spun that bullshit that's why she smashed all her cell phones and all that bullshit.
Okay.
You know, because
The emails.
the emails with Benghazi, that had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I mean, she fucking smashed her phone because she was fucking paying to play to get access to her when she was Secretary of State.
But there you go.
She wouldn't talk to you at all
Yeah.
unless you fucking donated to their foundation.
There you
There
have
were
it.
fucking people that needed to talk to her that couldn't get fucking time with her.
Yeah.
Shit with
Real things.
yeah, real shit that was going on.
Yeah.
But these other dickheads in these countries with lots of money were fucking sending tons of money to her fucking foundation.
Yeah.
So that's why them phones got smashed.
Yeah.
And then, she was talking about how fucking Obama was getting on a plane to go see Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And he told him, do whatever you need to do, whatever you want, take whatever you need, just get it taken care of.
Right.
Well, he should have stayed there and made sure it actually happened.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell him to stand down. He fucking told him to go get him, but they fucking fucked off and didn't do it.
Well.
And he didn't make sure it happened. He was too worried about star power, I guess, getting to meet his idols. I don't fucking know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But she was saying too, to this day, they were saying Bin Laden's son's dead. That
Yeah.
we killed him. That's a lie.
Yeah.
He's fucking over in Afghanistan.
Well.
All the big fucking terrorists now are fucking in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And you know what we're giving the Taliban every day?
What?
$40 million. $40 million a day we're giving them.
And we're still supposed to just,
Yeah. $14.6 billion a year. And we have people here that can't fucking live, and we're fucking giving we're giving a fucking, and Obama named them a political organization. They're not a terrorist organization.
Oh,
Even though,
that's because he's buddies with them.
exactly, even though when we were trying to get people out of there, they
Right.
said that they would take fucking women right up to the gate where we were evacuating people, and they'd shoot women in the head, and they'd fucking light babies on fire because they knew there's not a fucking thing the soldiers could do about it
That's
as we were evacuating them. And they also said we left 100 people, 100 Americans over there.
yeah.
That's a fucking lie. There's over 8,000
In Afghanistan.
in Afghanistan, yeah.
Hey.
And then when these CIA agents were trying to get their own people out because the government just didn't want to do it,
Right.
so the CIA had a gate at the airport.
Yeah.
They had their own gate.
Yeah.
Well, the DOD went and took the fucking gate over and fucked with them trying to get these people out when they brought them to the gates.
So it is where we already have infighting within our own ranks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the CIA wants to. I mean, the CIA they are kind of shady,
Yeah.
but like she even said, there's bad CIA agents and
Right.
there's fucking good ones.
Well,
And there's a lot of people that want to do the right thing, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that don't fucking care about doing the right thing. Like the guy that was in charge of that, the CIA headquarters in Benghazi.
yeah.
That fucker knew that they weren't going to have security there 3 days in advance.
Yeah.
They were told by 17 February that they weren't going to fucking provide any security for him anymore.
Yeah.
So he fucking knew that. And when the CIA operatives were over there, wanted to fucking go help the ambassador, he held them back because he said, "No, don't go over there. There's no sense you going there because 17 February is going to be going over there to help him out." He knew they were never fucking going there.
Right.
They told him 3 days ahead of time.
Yeah. So he had that information and still tried to fucking bullshit him.
Exactly. And then the fucker got promoted.
Well, I mean, hey, he towed the line. He
Yeah, he got
he
fucking
was a
promoted.
company man. They
Fucking
went
crazy. It even gets better. We had another fucking guy that terrorist that was dying.
Okay.
So this CIA head, she was a lady, wanted this Sarah Adams to go get this guy.
Okay.
And she's like, "I'm not going to get him because he's going to fucking die in her custody. There's no point getting this, taking the chance of getting this guy,
Right.
putting more lives at risk to get a guy that's dying."
Yeah.
But they wanted this guy so bad, so they found another agent to do it.
Okay.
And they ended up getting this guy. The fucking guy needs a liver transplant. So we give him one.
There's how many
Americans,
waiting on a fucking list? They're doing
and they give this
organ
fucking,
harvesting.
exactly, and they give a
every
liver
fucking day.
to a fucking terrorist, and he died anyways. So the fucking guy ended up dying in custody, right? Like she said he was going to, with the fucking liver that could have
one-
went to American.
The one who authorized that should have a bullet in the back of her head.
No, she got promoted too.
Yeah.
It's
No.
fucking amazing.
That's where, see, it's right there. I mean, I'll say that, yes, she's right, where it's kind of like, for the people who like the Marvel shit, it's like Captain America Winter Soldier, where fucking Hydra is in the fucking organization. They're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They're at the top of the top. They're fucking, the Nazis have fucking taken over everything again. And we have good people trying to do good within those organizations, but they have become too corrupted to where it needs a purge. We
Oh, yeah.
need a political purge of Washington, D.C.
And if you listen to this show, I mean, it's fucking crazy. Like, this Sarah Adams tracked down the number 2 leader of the Taliban.
Okay?
They said that he couldn't be caught. She fucking caught this guy.
Yeah.
The minute she caught the guy, Obama sent fucking people down there, psychiatrists or some shit, and they told them that the CIA cannot fucking debrief this guy or question him.
What? Why?
Obama ends up making friends with the Taliban.
He already had been.
Well, yeah, but he buddied up with them, and he said, "We're gonna
He
do
was
this.
buddies with
We're
Osama.
going to do this. We're going to do that for you. Pretty much, we're going to give you Afghanistan."
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then Trump came into power, which they didn't expect. They figured Clinton would be in power.
Yeah.
So then they would get Afghanistan. This is what I'm not. This she didn't say all this. This is what I
Right.
put together.
Right,
When you
right,
think about this,
Yeah.
you know. So
Now you're doing what I do. See?
so, you know, Trump gets in power. That shit gets shut down.
Yeah.
Because he's probably like, "Fuck you, that ain't happening."
Yeah.
Well, then dickhead Biden gets in power, and we're fucking out of Afghanistan within the first year.
Right.
We handed the fuck over to the Taliban.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you got to think there's some shit going on behind the scenes here that this shit was all planned. That they got this number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't you put him in prison? He killed numerous fucking Americans.
Yeah.
You know, are responsible for it. We give them control. Meanwhile, China goes into fucking Afghanistan as soon as we leave. They're building fucking multi-million-dollar hotels there
Oh, yeah.
because there's huge lithium deposits and they fucking want them.
Oh, yeah.
And they're buddies with the fucking Taliban.
Well, yeah, because like the Taliban won't want that lithium. The Taliban will just give them the land to mine.
They want the fucking money.
The Taliban will even give them fucking people to mine it.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll fucking stand
know.
there with guns
They'll
to
be-
the heads.
They'll be fucking 10-year-olds and 8-year-olds fucking down there mining that fucking shit. And they're not going to
Abso-fucking-lutely.
have any protection, so they get all fucked up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like I said, this fucking shit's all these fuckers are doing is making their fucking growing their bank accounts. That's all they give a shit about.
Well-
They don't care how many fucking Americans they kill in the process or fucking disable or anything.
Right.
All as long as they get what they want, these top, I love how the Democrats always talk about the top 1%. Well, listen, dickheads, a lot of you guys are in the top 1%, so let's
Yeah.
not forget that.
Yeah.
A lot of you or your friends are in the top 1%.
And they try to act like they're
They're not, exactly. They try
And
to
they-
act like they're all broke.
Yeah.
It fucking cracks me up.
Yeah.
You got Bernie Sanders whining about, oh, people should have this and everybody should have a home. Dude, you have fucking 10 homes.
Yeah.
Give 8 of them away.
Right.
You can keep one and have a second fucking vacation home. You don't need 8 or 10 homes.
No.
I mean, what are you gonna? You're fucking how old? You can't even get to all of them. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
I mean, so you want to talk about spreading the wealth? Well,
Yeah.
fucking start with yourself.
Well, and again, he's a great one for the fucking theater of it all
Oh,
because the
absolutely.
way he fucking acts. He
Yeah.
acts like he's like for the people, all this bullshit, and then he fucking jumps into his fucking Ferrari or
Exactly,
Lamborghini or whatever the
exactly.
fuck it is.
Exactly. You
'Cause
don't give a
he's
shit
for
about
the fucking
people.
climate.
And these kids are stupid. These young kids fall for it, hook,
Well,
line, and sinker.
Again, and it's the propaganda. It's not. I
No, it's
will never.
What it is the indoctrination at the fucking colleges is what it is. That's why they
it's
want
even
all these people.
before
That's
that.
why they want them all to go to college.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can indoctrinate them a little bit at the high school level and the elementary,
well,
but it's
it's
big time when
even
you get
more
Yeah, but
now.
it's big time when you get to college.
That's why we're having fucking drag queen story time and bullshit like that in the fucking schools.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fucking ridiculous.
There's they infiltrated the colleges, realized they were getting away with it, and then they fucking creeped and crawled into the fucking elementary and high school. They started at the colleges. I won't deny that that's not where it fucking started. But once they realized how well it fucking worked, that's when it moved over. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah, it's fucking.
our parents, the thing is that we have the parents of everybody too busy, too worried about things to where they're not paying attention. Although now you do have people waking up to it. I mean, that's why we know that these things are a thing, because a lot of people are raising a fucking voice about it and saying, hey, look, this is fucked up. And when people say, oh, you just don't understand. No, we do fucking understand. It's not fucking necessary. It's not needed. Like, it's already bad enough that the curriculum is fucking way off the fucking rails, and we've made it to where we are making people as dumb as possible while keeping them borderline a good worker. Like, that's it. We're keep them dumb, but good enough to be able to be a tax-paying citizen. Like, we're just gonna indoctrinate them to that fucking level, then push them off into Gen Pop, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I mean, we can't overcrowd the prison systems. We've got
Yeah, you know they say how the the United States is the greatest country in the world because we're free. Well, there's a lot of other countries that have freedom too. I hate to tell you.
right
You know what? We're number one in
prison.
fucking prison population.
Incarcerations.
Yeah, fucking obesity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're number one. We're fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
We are the best at everything that we should not
exactly
be best
with
about.
all the brain power and all the good people we have, but the problem is all them efforts go to the deep bank
deep
account.
state.
Exactly, it goes to the deep state.
Yeah. It's that fucking deep state, and I mean, I'm seeing it more and more that it's the deep state and the cabal. I mean, I'm seeing more and more of these fucking red wristbands, and I mean, supposedly it's innocuous and this, that, and the third, and if you look into it, it's everything that they try to fucking tell you is innocuous is not. Okay, and the fact that if you see rich ass motherfuckers wearing a tiny little piece of cloth around their wrist because of something that they fucking believe in, well, you should pay attention to what the fuck they believe in. You know what I mean? Because they're the ones at the fucking top of the food chain as far as wealth in the terms of money. And if they've been able to fucking accumulate it, they've obviously got systems and things in place beyond just the fucking corrupt shit. They've got things that they believe in and superstitions and that. I'm not saying I believe in. I have my beliefs, and my beliefs are, I've laid them out throughout the podcast. The beliefs that these fuckers, I'm not saying that I believe what they believe. But the fact that they believe and worship these ideas and these entities, that's something that we should pay attention to because of what the fuck it could reverberate into our own reality, you know?
Did you see those Venezuelan immigrants up in Chicago?
Oh, the ones who they fucked around and found out?
Well, they found out that America's not as great as they thought it was, and the American dream's not fucking as easy to get as it used to be.
I think they're going back because it's getting cold.
Well, that's definitely part of it too.
You're saying it's because the American dream. I think they just.
Well, listen, they can't find a job. They can't find a fucking place to live.
Yeah.
You know, they were promised all this shit. It's like, well, no shit. You were part of the fucking experiment. They fucking ran you up. They flooded the country.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to flood Texas and fucking, Arizona and all that.
No, they have buses for that.
They didn't fucking plan on Texas and Arizona,
Busting
busting
them
these
out.
fucking people north. Yeah, they didn't plan on that. But I mean, they even know the place is a shithole.
Yeah.
I mean, the best part is they put these people up in Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're from Chicago, sorry, but that place is a shithole.
Yeah. Well, it was politically driven that way. Chicago was the American heartland.
Oh, it's great, exactly. But they left
back
the
in the
Democrats.
day.
They left the Democrats turning into a piece of shit.
Well, that's
It's
everywhere.
It's terrible.
And it's not just
It's every
Democrats
big
that
city.
do it.
Well, yeah,
Republicans will
that's
also
true.
do it. You know what I mean? You have it's a purple monster, and it's a giant purple people eater, and it will come for everyone.
But you look at some of these Democratic mayors. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't fucking care about
No.
them people. They don't care one bit about
No.
them people.
And that's just it. When you hear, especially like the more that somebody tries to say that they are for the people and that like they're coming with good intentions, and yet they're saying it while wearing like a very expensive suit, or you know what I mean? Like you can just tell when somebody is fucking bullshitting you. There's something that internally when I see the people that we currently allow to spout off, the people currently in charge of a lot of different things, like when you hear them talk, you can just hear the corruption in their voice. I mean, and so to see it all coming out of the woodwork and just like more and more you're hearing it left and right. I mean, that fucking the brothel that was connected to politicians and shit. I mean,
no, they wouldn't do that.
no, they're all good. I mean, Operation, what the fuck was that? Midnight Climax or some bullshit. The one where the CIA, I like to call those guys the Controlled Imagination Agency because they do a lot of fucky shit with like the astral plane and fucking the gateway process. And they do a lot more than just try and track down terrorizers. I mean, some of the shit that they've gotten up to over the years, you can tell they were also doing the LSD. They weren't just fucking giving it to the politicians to see what secrets they could find. They were also fucking taking it themselves to come up with more and more ideas of what the fuck they could do to people.
They do some crazy stuff, I'll tell you that.
Holy shit. I mean, if you look at the fucking 80s, the 80s in general was one giant fucking experiment of just how much could they get away with. I mean, they were able to put in an actor for the president, Ronald Reagan. Wait, when was he? He was the 80s?
80s,
Please,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, it was the 80s.
And right there, I mean, the second they realized that they could legitimately get away with just paying an actor to do it, it was off to the fucking races then, because then they were able to put in the ones that they had prepped and gotten ready. I mean, the Bush clan, they were funding the Nazis. Prescott Bush funded both sides of World War II. If not for Prescott Bush, Hitler would not have gotten to rise to as big of a power as he did. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of those things where this is how far back we go with where our current narrative is. It's at least 100 years into our past.
That's the good old war machine. Make them billionaires.
Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, shit. Well, but war has changed. War.
Yeah, it's got a hell of a lot more expensive.
Well, but it's gotten a lot more fucking sophisticated.
Well, yeah,
it's gotten a lot cheaper.
It's
Dude,
not cheaper.
You don't even have to, dude. You don't have to fucking drop bombs anymore to disrupt a fucking whole nation.
Yeah, but they do it anyways because
well-
it makes more money. It's not profitable just to dick around with stuff. You got to actually have stuff you need to remake.
Well, but I mean, the shit
Yeah,
that
you
they're
gotta-
doing to
you
our
gotta send
country is
all
going to
these-
affect us for a lot longer than a bomb would.
It might, but they're still getting rich off all the bombs they're dropping. You don't think they're fucking making bank off all them bombs they're dropping in Ukraine?
Well,
all
yeah.
the shit they're sending over there.
Yeah,
They
but-
want to keep blowing that shit up. They send over a bunch of tanks. Now we'll blow them up. Now we're going to send you more tanks.
Yeah.
Then we'll send you more shells to blow more shit up. Then we'll just have to, we need to get, like, that's why they left all the shit in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
No, number one, they wanted to arm the fucking, their buddies at the Taliban.
Well,
They armed them guys up.
but they
real
also
good.
knew the Ukraine shit was coming.
Oh, exactly.
So they just needed to, they knew.
Dude, there's weapons there in fucking Israel from
fast
from
as that
Afghanistan.
turnaround.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, look at they talked about how, Trump's this warmonger. The fucking guy didn't have any wars under his presidency. Then Biden gets in, the whole fucking world's on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and again, it is the whole thing, because to go back to Hillary, like, look at what she was just on some fucking talk show or some shit spouting off about if Trump becomes president.
Yeah, the same bullshit as the last time. It's like,
and it's one of those things where it's everything that she is saying the current regime is doing.
Exactly.
And we're talking regimes here. These aren't, that we are well past a democracy. A democracy is what got us to this place, because we were supposed to be a fucking republic. And I mean, we need to at least have a constitutional Congress again to get back to a fucking, a constitutional convention to be able to get us back to fucking square one. Because there is no, okay, well, we can just vote it out. I will keep beating that fucking dead horse. There is no voting. Your voting got you into this place. The propaganda, them leading you with the idea that you can vote it out is what keeps it going. And I get that they've said that, well, I mean, it's not like you can just throw the table over and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can. I mean, that's what the fuck they did in 1700s. They fucking flipped England's table and said, fuck you, we're going to do our own thing. I think it's about time we flipped Washington, D.C.'s table and said, fuck you, we're going to do our own thing. I mean, I'm not saying I want to fucking lead anything. Let's get that fucking straight. Like, I don't fucking want to do it, but I'll fucking do whatever needs to be done to fucking help the process along, at least. You know what I mean?
Why do you want to lead the process?
Well, I mean, if I gotta fucking be a leader in some aspect, I will, but I ain't trying to be the fucking, no, fuck that. I'm not, like, that is not what I would wish upon myself. You know what I mean? There's somebody else out there who they want that. They're craving that. And they're probably not the fucking one that should be that either.
You're 100% right. Because they'll be the same as these other assholes.
Right? Well, and that's just it. Anybody who is like actively seeking that type of rollout, like, no, you've got issues, you've got problems. Do we need to fix the current state of things so we can all just live a decent life? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because the truth of the matter is, we can. There's enough resources here. There's enough everything here. We have the ability to reset things. We just need to get the current people who are trying to tell us what we should be doing and how we should be doing it out of the way.
Yeah.
We need a clean slate as far as just who our leadership is. You know, we need a clean slate as far as just who is influencing things around the country, around the world. I mean, the fact that we've had, again, the same 100 or so fucking people jammed into our faces for at least our lives, it's kind of telling when there's 7 billion people on the fucking planet as to just how much of a narrative and how much of a theater it is. And it's a macro narrative that then reverberates down to our micro worlds. But, I mean, hey, that's just my theory.
Come on, man. It's a state of stupidity.
It's a state of stupidity.
State of stupidity.
That's just a state of stupidity.
State of stupidity.
I believe it's a state of stupidity.
They want you to believe it's a state of stupidity.
I told him. I said it's a state of stupidity.